I think I'm back! Let me refresh the chat because it's been getting stuck. Okay, am I back? Guys, I just learned the craziest thing ever. You guys know the song Teto Territory? It's a fan song which is based on the Toho song. Bitch, everything is Toho. I can't believe that I didn't know that. But anyway, there's way more, trust. There's Toho everywhere for those with eyes to see. I didn't know this one. That's crazy. I knew a lot of these, but that's fucking insane. anyways, I'm back. I'm back. Porque me sigue tirando mierda. I'm a big fan of Teto, so I learned. Oh, I see. Stop sending in the crash monkeys. I'm already 24, but my girl always tells me that I look the same age as my students. I remember when I taught this on international uni, on the first day I wore casual clothes as the students wear. I sat down on the chair they're sitting on, wore a face mask, and I hid my ID. Chatted with my students pretending I'm their classmates. After 15 minutes, stood up and said, I'm your instructor, Johan. That's crazy. That's crazy. Holy shit. For me, wait, Lenny, did you know this? Teto Territory. Toho. Anyways. Anytime V's internet goes, we take a shot of soju. Chinese? I feel like I'm gonna get really hooked to this. Okay. You don't know Teto Territory? I'm gonna get copyrighted if I put it on, but it's a Teto song. It's a really famous Teto song. Yeah. Ivany call was for Twitch to put the stream down. Ivany! Puñeta! Anyways, fuck, all the characters are stuck now. Wait, let me reload the stream avatars. Can I reload it? Oh, fuck. Now they disappeared. I think stream avatars crashed when the Wi-Fi crashed. Wait. Yeah, it's not responding. Wait, I'm gonna have to end task. Okay. Let's try to open it again, so you guys can get your 100% perks for becoming a subby sub. Okay, it's loading. But anyways, another stream avatar is getting laid off mid-stream. We got subjugated. I'm just waiting here for me to read. Was Teto Territory an edit of Toho song? Yeah, it's an edit of a Toho song. Toho music is so fun. I love it. I really need to get more into Vocaloid. Ah, there we go. It's fixed. The stream avatars is fixed. I've only heard a lot of Miko and Teto, not a lot of others. I actually don't know as much about Vocaloids because I don't tend to listen to a lot of Vocaloid music. But I used to play a lot of the Miku games, so that's why I know some Vocaloid songs. They're really fun though. Viewer attack works, I just can't hear it. Anyways, see it works. Okay, back to serious mode so I can finish the last few confessions. I feel like I should die. Not in an emotional take, but rather I think on a different point of view. I don't have that much of a purpose to continue even farther. I may have dreams and things I want to do or achieve, but they just don't seem achievable in the world that I move along. They don't fit me. I don't feel like my pages should be turned or flipped to the next pages. I don't know how to shrug off these feelings that my life is pointless and that has no proper direction. I feel like this last year somehow has gotten better, and then now it knocks back on my door again. The door of my mind. It's been bugging me again all this time around. I feel like it's a necessity for my well-being. Like I'm finding my own self. A lot of this is very relatable to me. I have to say this first to get it out of the way, but if you are in a crisis, there are hotlines available to you, and please go to a professional if you are in a crisis right now. Also, if you are having prolonged feelings of sadness, try thinking about seeking a professional as well. Sorry, I gotta get that out of the way, but it's true. So, anyways, first of all, I just want to say that I wanna start with this right here, purpose. I think a lot of us get very stuck on looking for a purpose, but I think, and I'm gonna sound like a commie again, but I think that's a very capitalistic mindset. Like you're supposed to find your one true career that's your calling, and you're supposed to function in that career for the rest of your life. And same thing with something that you feel passionate about. But I feel like humans are a lot more dynamic about it. You know, I feel like we're meant to experience the vastness that is life, but capitalism locks us in one path because locking someone in a path makes them more productive so they can feed the machine. But that's not what we're designed for. We're not robots. We're not supposed to endlessly perform a singular task. We're supposed to go on a journey that is our life and enjoy it to the fullest, suffer to the fullest, cry to the fullest, get angry to the fullest, be happy to the fullest, all of it. That's the purpose. Ultimately, that's the purpose. Oh, sorry, another literature reference. I'm going at it with the. Okay, wait, it was right there. I just saw it. Fuck, no. Okay, I just saw it right here. Okay, so if you haven't read the Epic of Gilgamesh, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but at one point, Gilgamesh is like, what the fuck? I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. The purpose of my life is to become immortal. And someone offers him the best advice ever, in my opinion, which is let your belly be full, make merry day and night. Of each day make a feast of rejoicing. Day and night dance and play. Let your garments be sparkling fresh. Your head be washed, bathe in water. Pay heed to a little one that holds your hand. Let a spout delight in your bosom. For this is the true task of mankind. This is a different translation from the one I read. I feel like the one I read was better. Okay, yeah. I like this. Cherish the little child that holds your hand and make your wife happy in your embrace. I make my wife happy in my embrace. For this is the lot of man. Anyways, basically what that quote means is that sometimes we get so caught up on a singular purpose and on looking for meaning or trying to achieve something specific because of what people decide on us or because of the traumas that we go through, that we forget to cherish the things that we already have. And in cherishing those things we already have, we start cherishing a lot more things. Like, you know, being grateful for things is a habit. So when you build a habit out of, for example, every morning I'm grateful that something small, that I have skincare products and that I can do my skincare. I'm grateful for that. If I say that every day, suddenly I'm noticing more things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I have the ability to put skincare myself. My hands work, and that's great. You know, like, when you get into that mindset of noticing things in a not such a pessimistic manner, you start noticing that the world is not all bad. Of course, there's bad things in the world. But only bad things will exist if your mind only filters the bad things. If you only see the bad things, then, you know, it's kind of hard to see anything other than that. So that's the first thing. Don't lock yourself into finding a singular purpose. And remember that the human brain loves to betray us. And also, again, I'm sorry, I keep touching on the capitalism thing, but you have your dreams or that you want to, and things that you want to achieve. They just don't seem achievable in the world that you move along it with. I mean, first of all, it sounds like you might be experiencing depression. I can't diagnose you. I'm not a professional, but it sounds like you may be experiencing the filter that is depression, because ultimately depression makes you believe a lot of things that are not true. And I think it's important for us to remind ourselves that depression is forcing you to see everything as horrible. Flying Native, thank you for following. But anyways, it's important to keep in mind that fuck, I lost I lost track of what I was saying. Depression. Depression is a bitch. Just like I was talking about before about dysphoria, it's very easy to get caught up in those negative feelings and to treat them as gospel. But ultimately, our brain loves deceiving us. And we have to allow ourselves to get out of that circle of desperation and of despair by putting ourselves out there. So what I mean by that is, like, I know you can't think yourself out of depression. That's just not something that you can do, obviously. But you do have the power to take the first step. And if you do, I mean, clearly you do want to feel better. You sent me this message. Some part of you still has hope. But you gotta allow that hope to exist and to become stronger than that sadness that you're feeling. So how do you do that? It starts small. And it's gonna feel pointless, okay? Like, for example, me, the man magician, thank you for following. Anyways, for me, for example, there were points where I was so insecure that I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. But here's the thing. I had such fucking bad habits. No wonder I was feeling that sad about my appearance and about myself. Like, I would look at myself and I would be like, oh my god, you're a piece of shit. You deserve to die. You're ugly. You're horrible. How dare you exist and breathe? You should die. No wonder I'm gonna feel like shit if that's the way I'm speaking to myself. I'm the only person in my own life that I'm gonna be 24/7 with. So I need to make my own existence more bearable for myself by not being a piece of shit to myself. You know? Like, this is the only body we get. We need to learn how to live with it. So that's the important thing to keep in mind here. And it's a habit that you build slowly. It's not something that's going to happen from one day to the other. Like, at the beginning, I would tell myself, hey, B, you're smart. You're capable. You're pretty. And I would tell myself those things, but I wouldn't believe them. But here's the thing. I said it before also. Your brain doesn't know how to distinguish between self-deprecating jokes and when you mean it or when you don't mean it. Your brain just registers everything and puts it into like a little log and accepts it as truths. So even if you're lying to yourself by telling yourself like, hey, I'm good enough, I'm good enough, I'm good enough, it's hard to believe. Especially when you're in that pit of depression. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience here. But you need to build that habit. That is literally the most important thing that you can do for yourself, is building good habits. Because suddenly life starts to feel less shitty if you have good habits. I also said this before in the stream, but imagine being presented with a shitty situation and you have bad habits. Well, you know what? You're in a shitty situation and you have bad habits too. So it's gonna suck times 2. But imagine now you have good habits and you're presented with a shitty situation. Well, at least you got good habits. It's only gonna suck a little bit. So, yeah. Se acabó el tiempo. Okay, pues se acabó el tiempo. Reading! Jet! B's commie arc? I'm joking. It's because you mentioned it. Amen, brother. It's true. I know seeking help can be terrifying at first. It's the hardest part, but it only gets easier from there. And it helps so much. No, dead ass. I know asking for help is very difficult. But taking that step is already putting yourself in the right direction. You don't need to do these things alone. I think I'm going to have to go to sleep. I sent you a friend request on Discord, B. Since I wanted to chat about my confession from the things you said already. Okay, I'll check it out, Bob Jotaro. Go to sleep. Go get your rest. Hey, quick recommendation for our environment. You should try using Ecosia. It's more eco-friendly browser. Oh, really? I'll definitely... Wait, I actually really care about sustainability. Thank you for telling me that. If you guys ever have sustainability recommendations for me, please let me know, because I'm actually That's actually one of the main reasons why I'm vegan. So yeah. Anyways, reading tit. I think that's such an important thing to point out. You are really hitting a flow state. The act of saying how horrible and hopeless you feel is a cry for help. Even if it doesn't feel like it, you don't intend it to be one. Someone still willing to talk about a problem cares enough to try to fix it, even if they don't have the energy or even know how to fix it. By saying it, you're proving that you still care enough about yourself to keep trying. Deep down, you know it's worth it to keep trying. Yeah. No, honestly, like, even when someone is in the pits of depression, the fact that they're trying to resonate anywhere, to find anyone who could possibly say anything that can maybe provide some solace, is a pointer that, hey, you're not a lost cause. There's something to work with, even if you don't have the tools to do so right now. You have the most important thing, and it's yourself. And now you have this community too. But don't let this community be the only space where you have that, okay? We need to reach out, you know? But it's a great first step. And that's what this community is, a bridge. But it's not the destination. Reading tit! I love the confession stream. There's something therapeutic about it. Yeah, it's a therapy stream, baby! You could also just disable AI summary on Google. Oh, that's probably a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Also, if you try Ecosia, it's both on PC and mobile. Oh, nice! My mental state at this moment depende de 11 pendejos que no pueden darse buen pase. Anyways. Next confession! Wait, I need to read it first. Next confession. Okay, there we go. It's been 6 years and I'm still unable to get over my ex. At least not fully. Like, I don't think about her every day and I don't like constantly trying to contact her. But every time I talk to a girl, I'm like trying to find parts of her in them. I just don't know how to stop comparing new girls to her. You love a version of her that existed 6 years ago, but it's probably not the version of her that she is now. And you're mourning a relationship that could have been, but is not real. And that makes you human. But staying stuck there is only going to deprive you from getting into relationships that would fulfill you at the point of your life where you are now. That's my main advice there. It's okay to be human. It's okay to miss her. But, again, I think, I know it's easy for me to say, move on, bro, but it's not that easy if you're writing to me because you're trying to. You're trying. But try to allow yourself the chance to move on because it doesn't sound like you are. Whenever you fall into that pit where you're comparing people to her, you should probably identify, okay, what are the triggers? What is usually the moment where I start comparing people to her? What made me love her in the first place? Why can't I find that in someone else? Or am I not allowing myself to find that in someone else? So, I think, like I said before in the stream, you need to allow yourself the opportunity if you want opportunities to come to you. And you need to allow yourself to build the habits to get better if you want to be better. And clearly you want to be better because, again, you wrote to me. So make a game plan, and I'm using my notes from earlier for this. Make a game plan. Identify the triggers. Identify what makes you be reminded of her, and find healthy coping mechanisms. Find somewhere to vent out those emotions in a healthy manner. And your body can relearn. You're not doomed to staying stuck there. And try to be present with your emotions. Because if you're stuck on someone from 6 years ago, even when you meet new people, it tells me that you're not fully present with yourself. And maybe you're not ready to be in another relationship right now. Especially since you're like in that loop of comparing other people to her. I think it's really important that you try to find yourself first. And you try to embark on a journey for yourself before trying to get with anyone else. Okay? So, I hope that made sense. If anyone has any advice on this, please Sound off in the chat. Wait, okay, I feel like it's time to like fix my hair slightly. My bangs are all fucked up because the hat is pushing my bangs down, and I feel like it makes them look kind of weird at times. Wait. Okay. Weren't you going to sleep, bald tool tuttle? Anyways. Next confession. Next confession. Okay. Troll. Who wrote this? Oh my god, who wrote this? Who would say such a thing about Reze's fate? I want my wife's goddess feet on my face. Does your reminder to drink water, chat? My advice to whoever wrote that. Click here to read more. Ay. Sorry about that, B. I was just being freaky about Reze. Oh yeah, it was you, Rose, of course. Of course. Okay, wait. Not a confession. Just wanted to say thank you and chat for the advice on my confession. I took notes. Yay! I hope that, like... Anyways, the VOD is available, of course, but, like, feel free to take notes. I do that sometimes. Sometimes someone says something that was like, oh, damn. That was great advice that I write it down. They're, honestly, amazing. And I'm glad... I hope we can really help. I hope we can really help. It means a lot if we do. Okay. Next confession. Next confession. You failed at your own challenge? No! Go get some water. I'm going to be moving states within the next few days. I have still yet to secure new employment. 2 months now without any income. I just feel like HR departments using AI to filter everything is damn near impossible. Yup. It's crazy, I know. I've gotten 2 interviews after applying to nearly 70 jobs. I was there at one point. I went to a top school in my field. I have the skills and these jobs want. I don't even know what these people want anymore. Broski, I was in the exact same situation when I graduated. I was literally, I had two bachelor's degrees, 4.0 GPA. Okay, business and data science, before anyone says, oh, you probably got useless degrees. Business and data science. Yeah, I'm flipping you off. I also worked throughout the entirety of my college years. Like, I literally was never unemployed while I was in college because I was thinking, like, I can't graduate and get my first job by graduating. I don't know. Oh wait, it's not pinned anymore. Wait, let me copy the responder link. If you want to submit something, these are your last chances, guys. Before we finish off for today. Anyways, as I was saying, it feels very hopeful. It feels really hopeless. I think nowadays, it doesn't really, and I know this feels really sucky, especially if you were like the gifted kid or like the straight A student. Having tactile skills is more important. And it sucks because I know people in my life who were not studious at all, again, I'm not trying to put myself in a pedestal, but fuck, I worked so fucking hard. I gave it my all. I stopped sleeping so much. Like, my mental health was partially in shambles because of how much effort I was putting into school. And ultimately, I still wasn't finding a job. And, oh no, my nut! My nuts! Okay, anyways, as I was saying, okay, good. I want to lick my wife's feet. Drink some water, Bald Joe Tuttle. Anyways, ultimately, it was very hopeless. And I ended up working at Sephora because of that, because I couldn't find a job in my field. But you know what? I don't regret it. I'm glad I worked at Sephora because it gave me new skills. And I started streaming. So maybe use this as an opportunity to try something else, because the skills will be useful. They will be useful. I have another job now. It took me a long time to do everything that I've done, but maybe it's an opportunity to venture out, learn new things, and not limit yourself to what you've studied, and what you've achieved thus far, because maybe this is a sign that you're kind of blocking yourself out. You're putting yourself in a box, and you don't need to. It's Although I will say we are in a recession, so that doesn't help. And yeah, AI is replacing a lot of jobs, but it's not hopeless. Okay, it's not hopeless. There are jobs out there. Why do you lose your nut? Yeah, because of that. Be seriously smart as fuck, even though he doesn't like acknowledging it. Thank you, Rose. That means a lot. A smart baddie. Be's the main character. Thank you. Too many people wanting top level jobs are saturated by many people. Don't give up. Is a numbers game. Yup. What number are we on? We are on number 76. Although a lot of these messages were trolls that I ended up skipping. When did B become a motivational speaker? I've been doing this for over a year. My mouse fell and it's not working. No! Do you want me to buy you a new one? Te compro uno. Recession is my middle name. Okay. Reading confessions. Reading confessions. I don't... Is this a reference or something? When my friend comes over, we like to make noodles together sometimes. They like putting spice on top while the noodles boil in the pot. Is this a metaphor or something? Congratulations, bro. Okay. Next confession. Did you do that one about talking to the girl? What do you mean? I did. You mean the one about football? I'm hopeful that we integrate AI in a good way in our work, because the fact that AI is capable to model 3D scares the hell out of me, because no, dead ass. All the skills I have in data science have been replaced by AI already. Very AI replaceable job, but it's okay because I work still with that, but in the education sector. And it's very human focused where I'm working specifically. So, it kind of worked out. So, yeah. Anyways. Next confession. I've been rattling my brain this whole stream trying to come up with something impactful or dig deep to something that really bothering me. But honestly, I can't. First up, wait, because I don't want to forget this point. You don't have to come up with anything impactful or anything deep or even confess something. Just the fact that you're here, you're existing, that's good enough for me. It's not like I can't dig deep enough, though. I think it's really just that nothing I need to get out right now. Obviously, I'm not 100% happy. I'm still on this journey, and I'm still bouncing back, finding my own footing, but I'm good. A lot of what you said, the things we talk about, has just really clicked. I feel comfortable here, and I still want more out of life, but that's just gonna take time. I'm not making as much progress as I want, but I'm still trying. I want to do so many things, and I doom scroll, or I'm just tired, and I never have the energy. I'm gonna put a pin on that about... Sorry, I'm sounding like a commie today, man. Capitalism. It's just a Wait, I think I skipped a sentence. But I haven't given up on it. A lot of the times it overwhelms me, and on occasion, but I don't want to give up. It's just a struggle finding a good time to start. But it means I'm looking for more or less good times to fit this stuff in. I wish I could do these things faster, but I can't change that right now, so I'll just go at the pace I can. I'll get to all of it soon enough, even if it is as soon as I'd like. There was much of a point to this all, but I guess it goes to highlight how much of an Genshin impact, you've had on me. We talked enough, and you might remember where I was this time last year. I do. Well, I did a lot of the work and soul searching to make all the decisions myself, but you were the one helping me stay motivated and pushing me forward when I felt like I was drowning and wanting to give up. So just accept that I'm not built to really be happy. First of all, I've loved seeing your journey throughout this last year, and I'm so fucking proud of you, and I'm so happy you're still in this community. You have no idea how grateful I am for that. Even when there were times where you almost left, which I would still respect, but the fact that you're still here and that we've built more memories as a community and even like separately. Like, I'm so fucking grateful for that. But anyways, I'm gonna go back to the first paragraph. Wait. My feet hurt. Okay. On the capitalism thing, damn. I read the Communist Manifesto and now I think I'm a commie, huh? I'm joking. My nut! My nut! My nut! My nut! My nut! Cabrón, Ivany, se te van a caer un montón de veces. Cuando la abrí en casa de mami se me seguían cayendo y ya se estaba muriendo la pavera. Anyways, let me sit properly because I was sitting on my knees. Like, no wonder I'm moving so much. Anyways, as I was saying, look, it's natural to feel tired when, especially in your line of work, like, holy shit, of course you're tired. Of course you're not going to have the energy to build the best habits. Of course doom scrolling is going to be the thing that you default to. Because having a job that demanding is exhausting. Of course it's exhausting. So, you know, I hope you're not feeling like punishing yourself because of doom scrolling or having bad habits, because honestly I think you're doing pretty good, because I know that you've improved on a lot of your habits in spite of this all. So that's already points in your favor. So I hope you're not being too hard on yourself, because hey, capitalism is a thing that is affecting us. Clap your nuts. Wait, that sound is really good. Do you guys like that? The sheer panic and concern in my nuts! Anyways, as I was saying, it's normal to feel like shameful about those things, but hey, small steps are more than no steps at all. And just working towards a better version of yourself with time is good enough in of itself. And fuck, you said it yourself. Look at yourself 1 year ago versus now. Like, come on now. Like, that's progress. So let's talk in a year. Because maybe in a year from now, you're going to be like, wow, I'm way better. But I also have this new problem. That's life. That's being human. But I think you're doing great, Rose. I'm actually busy that day. Anyways, okay, wait. I want to see if there's anything else I wanted to say about this. Also, yeah, finding the good time to start to fit things in. The good time is anytime, especially now. The best time to get something started is literally right now. But I know sometimes we can't do things right now. But also, I think a lot of us get stunted in getting new habits. Like, for example, I want to start reading every day. And then I pick up the biggest, fattest novel to read that is like a thesis and dissertation, and it's really hard to read, and it's written in old English. Like, of course I'm gonna give up on that habit if I start like that. Like, again, small steps. If you want to start flossing every day, add it into your routine in a way that feels natural to you. And that goes the same for any habit. I think we try to add, also don't add so many habits at the same time, because again, you're gonna get stuck and you're gonna end up getting lost and not doing any of them. And I think that's worse in the end of the day. So just add it slowly until it becomes natural. And then when that habit already feels 100% natural, add on the next. So yeah. I'm probably being harder on myself than I should be, but not as nearly as I used to be. I'm proud of you for that. And I know that. He's not usually dyslexic. He just reads faster than he should, and he's probably getting tired from doing this before. Yeah, that's true. I'm getting EP, chat. I'm getting EP. Man, I'm really tired. I need to go sleep. Good night, everyone. I'll see everyone next stream. I hope to see you guys have fun for the rest of the stream. I'll try to remember to send you my message when you accept my friend request. B. No worries, Jotaro, and good night. You've been saying you were gonna go to sleep for a while, so go to sleep. Anyways. Okay, I'm kind of catch up with the chit. How to get the stuff beside names? You mean here in the Twitch chat? Those are for the subby subs. I'm sorry. Those are for the subs. My loyal little subby subs. My submissive subs. Okay. I wonder who this was. I wonder who this was. Reze Armpits. I'm not gonna say anything. I wanna lick my wife's armpits. Drink water, Chad. Drink water. Drink water. Drink water. Probably not. I believe you trade me for a really good sandwich. I'm too, because he's really funny and I don't want you to miss it. Okay, I read it. I read it. Tis a mystery. Sorry, I got down bad again. And after he said stuff, armpits are hot. My wife armpit, amazing armpit. What? Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Next one. Next one. Next one. Next confession. Next confession. And we're almost done because I know it's been a long stream, guys. I fucking done a 6-hour stream one time, so we're good. We're good. It's just that I've been usually doing the 3-hour streams as of late. So sorry if this feels like a lot. And it's been heavy today. It's been heavy, so I hope you've been taking breaks in between. Thank you, thank you. You really gotta read slower though. It's automatic, man. Acetylene, thank you for following. You only started 30 minutes ago. Exactly, I only started 30 minutes ago. How would I be able to talk about you with the situation with the girl? Didn't you send it already? I already responded to it. If you didn't get to hear it, I do have VODs available. So, yeah, the 2 to 3 hour streams lately where you're passing out by the end of it. You're doing great, Shoddy. Yeah, I made it a point to sleep well last night because I knew this stream was going to be long. So, yeah. Next confession. It's 5 a.m. Go to sleep, Rafa! The VODs are always available, guys. I fell in love with my best friend. By the way, my VODs are even available on YouTube. You don't even have to be a sub to see the VODs. Like, it's gonna be on YouTube, so. And you could literally go to the exact timestamp and stuff, so. I fell in love with my best friend who is married and religious. I'm an atheist. A long history of us has made me feel accept. 1, we will never date or even have the chance to marry. And 2, I had to defend her from herself when she was defending someone who was abusing her. I just gave up on helping her and now I don't want to talk to her anymore. Honestly, I think it's healthier for you to not talk to that person. Because first of all, you're harboring feelings for someone, well, at least you were harboring feelings for someone who was married and also religious. Okay, I don't think that it's necessarily impossible to be with someone who has a different religious system as yours, but I think it's a lot better if, for example, if you're a Christian, if you're dating a Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you date a Muslim. TJ Spirit, thank you for following. Or like, because I've seen relationships with like Christians and atheists, and there always comes a point where there's friction. There's friction. I'm just saying, it's not a one-size-fits-all, but I do think that you avoid conflict. You avoid conflict. I'm just saying. The VODs are available, but you don't yell back at me in the VOD. Anyways. Did I already say thank you, TJ Spirit, for following? I will eventually. Just finishing something. Okay, Rafa, but I hope you get some sleep. But yeah, I do think it's healthier on you overall if you don't talk to this person anymore. You can still have fun memories of the good moments you have with them that led you to have those feelings of love towards them. But I think it's better if you find someone who is available and is maybe more similar to you in terms of philosophy. So I'm wishing you the best. I'm wishing you the best. And I think it's good that you're not talking to them. A huevo, gol de la máquina! Can I say something that might come off as rude about the person who wrote this? I mean it in a genuine way. No. Do it, Rose. Do it! Do it! Make new song suggestions? Oh, you want me to recommend songs for you guys? That's the last confession. Yay, we're done! Okay, actually, I had a plan for when I finish the confessions. Que se vaya la verga el Atlas! Okay, wait. I wanted to show you guys something. Since you guys know I'm in a very Chinese time in my life, I need to show you guys something, okay? Wait, I have to look for it. Wait, guys. Minecraft didn't come up. Mine didn't come up? What was yours? What was yours? Do you want to try to send it again? You're in every nationality time of your life, B. I'm in a very Russian, French, Chinese time in my life, okay? Those are the Holy Trinity. We didn't know that. Bro, you've said you're in a French time, Polish time. Yeah, Russian, Polish, French, Chinese. Exactly. Yeah, Rip, give me 2 minutes. Okay. Fucking hybrid. Fuck, where's that video I saw? Okay, I found it.
In Qing Dynasty, people began carrying special walnuts called Wenwan walnuts. They slowly roll them in one hand again and again to train finger strength, improve dexterity, and relax the mind. But the real magic happens over time. After years of constant use, natural oils from the hands soak into the shell and create a shiny layer called a patina. The color gradually changes from brown to deep red, and the sound becomes a sharp, clear click. And interestingly, the more they are used, the more valuable they become, which is why some antique pairs today sell for thousands of dollars. In Qing Dynasty, people began carrying.
So basically, in the Qing Dynasty, like, the ultra wealthy would do this all the time, and if they had really shiny nuts, like, people would be like, wow, that person's very contemplative. And not only that, they would pass on their nuts to their children. It would be like family heirlooms, dead ass. Yeah. That's why I was like, Ivany, you and I gotta have ese flow. Pon ese flow chino, cabrón. And yeah, some of them can go really expensive.
These walnuts only turn smooth if you have the patience to play with them for years, because during the Qing Dynasty, play walnuts were used by court musicians to train their fingers. Over time, they became a daily habit for scholars, officials, and people who could afford to slow down. So one person carried them everywhere, another played them quietly at home, another passed the same pair down for generations, meaning the walnuts stayed with people. And by repeating the same motion thousands of times, they absorb natural hand oils. So the surface slowly hardens, and the color deepens from brown to red to a jade-like stone, and the sound changes to a sharp, clear ring, like porcelain tapping together.
But
These
it takes
walnuts
years.
only turn.
It dead ass takes years for them to get shiny and stuff. So yeah. I was waiting for the confessions to finish to show you guys about the Wenwan nuts. Is this meta? Yes. That's nuts. I'm not passing anything. I'm keeping my nuts. See, guys, you will be rich if you play with your nuts every day. Where did you get them? Etsy. They're pretty cheap. They're like 10 bucks. You're gonna pass it down to Sancho's kids. Exactly. I think they glow because they suck up all the... Yeah, no, not only do they suck up the dead skin, but they literally get polished because of the friction. So cuando lo raspa, como que se va poniendo brilloso poco a poco. Wenwan nuts. Wenwan. We want. Oh wait, I'm not sharing the screen. We won. Here it is. Up here. We won nuts. It's a good fidget toy. So if you like doing something with your hands, I don't know. I feel like this feels a lot more classy than having like, and it's eco-friendly. It's biodegradable, you know. But also, it can turn into like a valuable heirloom if you really do stay consistent with it. So I thought like, I'd rather do this than buy a piece of plastic, you know. So yeah. Let me check if there's something else. Okay, no, I'm waiting. A few more minutes. I'm giving 5 minutes, just in case if anyone wants to send any 5 and... Oh, wait! Ah! Okay. You sent it in the chat. Thank you. Okay, amazing. When I was in kindergarten, I missed the bus to take me home, and I walked behind the bus not knowing where to go. The security guard stopped me and asked me where I was going, and I blamed it on my parents, saying they left me because I didn't know what to do, and he called my parents and screamed at them. But there was only this one sister who comforted me when I was crying, and I never got to see her again. when I was too scared to say anything, my social skills hurt? What? What the fuck? That's like such a hyper specific memory. Not gonna lie, I don't know why this reminded me of this, but one time when I was in kindergarten, like my mom, yeah, my mom was taking a bit longer to come pick me up, and this grandpa, he showed up and he was like, "Oh, that's my daughter," and he was pointing at me, and the teacher was like literally handing me to him, and I was like, "That's not my dad. That's not my dad." And he looked really like frustrated at me, and I didn't go with him. So yeah, and then I told my mom about that, and she got fucking scared. Anyways, next chat message. Can it be used as self-defense? You tell me. I think if we were to ask your former best friend, she would not describe the situation the same way you would. Not just because of the abuse, but the way you describe defending her from herself comes off as strange to me. I would be entirely wrong, but it feels like you might have been trying to be with her and be there for her at the same time. That is 100% true, Rose. I agree. Remember that thing I said at the beginning of the stream where I was saying, do you genuinely value that friendship or connection, even if romance doesn't happen? Or is it just a waiting room? If you're treating a friendship like a waiting room for romance or sex, then you don't actually care about that person. So, yeah. I could be entirely wrong, but it feels like you might have been... Oh, wait, I read this. That frustration may have come through in your actions. To even unknowingly try to develop a relationship as someone you help someone escape an abusive relationship is wrong and is taking advantage of them. True, because they're also in a vulnerable... You bring a lot of good points, Rose. They're also in a vulnerable position. Obviously, I don't know the whole situation. Yeah, we don't have enough context. I don't want to demonize this person either. But yeah. Navarifal, thank you for following. But I caught the vibe of it and I wanted to say something just in case. If I'm wrong, just ignore me and ask a witch to hex me, as always, having green lights turn red as I pull up. No, but you made amazing points, Rose. Thanks for pointing that out. I really do appreciate it. I'm a little bit sleepy at this point, so I feel like I'm getting a little rusty. I wanted to say, Rose, I'm happy you're here and you came around the same time I did, and see you transform this community as you become more comfortable. Seen as an honor to call you my friend is great. Your takes always make me think. Preach. No, I feel like Rose is very insightful. Rose is very fucking insightful. Like, Rose says things, like, even right now. Like, that's such a fucking thoughtful thing to say. You raised so many good points, and thank you for raising them, because I feel like, if not, it would have come off as, like, I was brushing off the other person in the story. And we need to remember that everyone is a good person in their heads, and the other person is always the villain, you know? So it's important to take into consideration, like, everyone in that story, if that makes any sense. What the fuck, that's terrifying. Bro, why was everyone crazy in your childhood? Not everyone, but yeah, that was a weird memory. Anyway, no worries. Between being sleepy, dyslexic, and on top of that being... I'm not gay! I know you're struggling right now. Rose is like the vice president who does more than the president in class. Not me or you, Manny Boy or Tyler. We are the villains in our own heads, that's true. You guys like my nuts? There's gonna be a thing, guys, because I want my nuts to get all shiny and polished and red. My nuts are gonna be so shiny and red and polished and amazing, and everyone's gonna be so impressed by my nuts. You can buy your Wewan nuts on Etsy, or maybe in a Chinese... Apparently you can get these on, like, Chinese markets really easily. So if you live near a Chinatown, you can probably get these, apparently. But I don't live near a Chinatown. So, damn, my bangs are annoying me. Because the hat is pressing them down and making them touch my eyelids, and I hate when that happens. But anyways, guys, this was a successful confession stream. Does anyone have any final thoughts? Don't worry, Javankies. We all say words to be regularly. I'm so sorry. I'm so full. Oh, you're polishing your nuts, right? I'm polishing my nuts right now. Condom earrings they are functional for the ALOs. kind of sounds like trauma bonding. Be careful with trauma bonding. The foundation of those people's bonds are not stable. And when the person comes out of it, it might not be the same person you... Oh my God. Great point, Tyler. Great point. Like trauma bonding, like it's comforting, but it cannot be the only thing there, you know? It can't be the foundation. It can't be the foundation. Friendships and relationships should be dynamic and should be built upon slowly with different facets, not just one thing. So great point. You deserve someone who's healed. Don't try to fix someone, just be there for them. Good on you for helping someone, but you don't have to care with intimacy. Intimacy doesn't always mean bonds. Preach, Tyler. Preach. Thanks, B. You always make my time well. Thanks. And fun thoughts. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Unless you stab the earrings through the wrong part of the packet. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, if I have condom earrings, it has to be, like, through the sealed part. Because if not, it's going to have a hole where the lube and the condom is. Have I told you guys about that one time that I found a condom? I don't know where I got this condom from, honestly. But I had a condom, and I started filling it with water. And the condom stretched so much that it filled my entire bathtub. And it was like a huge water balloon of condom. Low-key, that kind of one of the problems with trauma bonding. It makes trauma the foundation of the relationship. Yeah, because then when you heal and the other person doesn't, you know, they kind of try to drag you down or vice versa. So yeah. Yeah, going to sleep. See you next stream. Thank you. Stay hydrated too. Thank you for being here. I hope you're taking care. I remember kind of. Can you replace the painting on your earrings? Or is it's stuck on the frame? I gotta try to find more. This is one of my favorite earrings that I have. Everyone who finds condom does that. Oh, so is this a universal experience? Okay, before I leave, I'm gonna do one more Bonita time. I'm gonna do my full Bonita routine for you guys. Okay. That lip liner smells not so good. I'm gonna throw it away. Should I? I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna throw it away. Okay. You're gonna get Bonita-fied too. Magnum water balloon. You can build a regular friendship on top of the trauma. Exactly. You can. Trauma bonding is not necessarily bad, but it can't be the only thing there. Anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna toss it. It's probably expired. So I'm gonna toss it. We're almost done, guys. It's a 4-step routine. Come on, guys. It's a 4-step routine. And you guys can't even see the color because of the lighting. Okay. Last but not least. Okay, Bonita time. Put your chin on my hand and do. Do you feel Bonita? Wonderful, because you look Bonita. We're almost done, and it took 4 hours. That's definitely a happy wife. Hey, sometimes it do be like that. Will you do some New Jeans Dance outro to end stream? I'm super shy. Now wait a minute while I make you mine. And there's also. Who's that? You can't even see me. Know what you like, boy? Can you do Zhongli intro in reverse for outro? Oh, fuck. That's gonna be so hard for me to do. Like my cocks. Guys, we can do a stream where we come up with an outro. Like, we come up with an idea for an outro for me. Brilliant! Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining today. You have no idea how much I love these streams. These are probably the favorite streams that I do out of all the streams I do. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And if any of the advice resonated with you, that to me means that it's a successful stream. And just know that if you were too shy to send anything, or you just didn't know what to send, it's okay, because I'm gonna do other streams like this in the future. I try to space them out so that we can have like a cool down period, you know, and it can be genuine. We can keep that genuine aspect to it. But I hope that the advice was genuinely helpful, and I love you guys. And thank you so much, because these kinds of streams would not be possible if you didn't trust me enough with your confessions. So yeah. Reading tit one last time. You just want free labor. Like a self-made song? Yeah, kinda. Good night, everyone. Sleep well and be kind to yourselves. Drink water too. White feet all over my face. Drink water, drink water, drink water. He's a capitalist through and through. First he used our bodies and that's not true. That's not true. I didn't even confess. I wonder who sent the rese stuff though. Thank you for keeping this type of stream. I'm gonna keep it forever. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. This is why I stream. I'm not gonna lie. Like I started streaming because I didn't want to feel so alone in the vastness of space, and I wanted to see if anyone out there might resonate with me, and I found you guys. So I hope you guys feel the same. Good night, y'all. Have some great rest. Congrats for the courage, and thank you for the confessions. Right back at you, Rafa. And I hope you get some rest. It's pretty late where you are. Exactly, you're all hot. Good night. Good night. Y'all are amazing. Please take care of yourselves. Yes, especially you. Yes, you reading this right now. I'm not talking to everyone else. You reading this specifically. Chat. Know that all the messages are people who are always there in the Discord. Exactly. Like, these messages don't exist in a vacuum. These were all sent by real people in this community who are feeling the same feelings as you are. So you're not alone. I hope you really internalize that now, okay? So anyways, guys, that's not really a confession. I say that openly. True. Can I confess something? Do you got a YouTube channel? I do have a YouTube channel, but I haven't uploaded long form content to it yet. But if you're interested, on my links, you can find my YouTube channel in that link. Come on, some Snickers. It's not a confession. Okay, guys, I have a confession before I end the stream. There was one message that was sent by me. I felt like a narcissist doing it, but I was like, who says? Who makes the rules? I do. I'm the dictator. I'm the dictator. I can send something. So yeah. Yeah. Anyways, this community's positivity feels more genuine because it's not toxic positivity. We actually try to, like, call each other out, build on each other, and try to improve. And again, I want to say something really important. Don't let this community be the only source of solace that you have. It can be one of them, and that's great because it's one of them for me. But if it becomes the only one, then what happens when I'm not able to stream? What happens when there's not anyone left in this community and I'm all alone? You know, like, you gotta have more than one place, okay? So I just gotta remind you guys about that. Plot twist. You may make the rules, but I approve or reject them. You're gonna make me rewatch 5 hours? It's not gonna be that hard to figure it out, but I don't think it's hard to figure out at all, actually. We're supposed to find the one confession. I don't think it's that hard, but I won't say which one it is. Shh. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here today. Yeah, but this one is special. Anyways, it's gonna be one of the ones from the beginning, and it's the one you weren't looking down at your notes for. That's not necessarily true. I don't know, Rose. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, guys, or maybe it is true. I don't know. I'm not gonna say which one it was, guys. I'll leave it to your imagination. B, it feels like you've gotten better at expressing yourself and you truly hit the nail on the head with these topics. Super cool to see. Do you feel like you've gotten better at that as well? Not gonna lie, yeah. I feel like maybe it's because I've been reading more lately, but I feel like I'm starting to get back into that rhythm where I'm having more eloquence. Because I feel like I was getting stuck in a loop where I wasn't doing a good job at expressing myself. But you are what you read. So I was only like doom scrolling for a few years, but now I'm getting back in that rhythm. So yeah, so thank you. Yeah, you do, Tyler, probably. I do remember listening to one and thinking that was right up your alley. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay? Okay? Anyways, guys, thank Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. I might stream tomorrow, or it might be voice chat. I'm gonna announce it either way. So it's gonna be a productivity stream. So no pressure if you don't want to join or anything. That's fine. You guys can take a break from me. But anyways, guys, I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Look at my nose.